And do you offer any mentorship to the new entrants to the Global Compact?
What we do is that we have been doing three things in that regard. One is that a particular company or a particular NGO or academic institution or SME joins us. We try to reach out to them saying, we will be very happy to assist you in case you have any questions or any difficulties. One of the difficulties that we try to address through the Secretariat is to support them for our first 2 years on how should they really take care of their COP. Because COP is something that is very important, and therefore we can help them how to look at COP, how to set goals, how to report, and finally how to upload that onto the system. So this is the one thing where we can come forward and assist companies. The second one is that many companies now, after we started our initiative on human rights, anti-corruption, and empowerment principle, etc., many members of ours will come to us and say that how do we really have policy on, say, CSR, but how do we really have a policy on sustainable development, but how do we really have a policy on human rights, or how do we really have something on anti-corruption. So they will come to us, and then from within our membership, we try to figure out who are the kind of members who have policy on human rights, for instance. So we will pick those 3 members or 4 members and connect those members to the one who's trying to have the one. So we kind of do matchmaking and say that, within the group or within the membership, we have some competence and you must use them. And I have seen that many companies have benefited by the virtue of having companies which already have policy on human rights. So there's a lot of cross-learning which happens. So I don't really call it as mentorship, but what I would call it as connecting the companies which have knowledge and expertise and ideas to those who would like to have the one, because this is how the word travels. So if these 3 companies help the 4th company to be able to evolve a policy on human rights, then this is the 4th one. So the 5th one will be kind of connected with these 4. We try to kind of conjoin those who have their expertise in some area with those who don't have, and then so that they kind of come together and work. And I think over the last few months, I would say in the last 8 months, we have been able to connect roughly about 20 companies with the rest of the 40 companies who had a lot of expertise, and they have gained, and the company which wanted support has got the support, and we also kind of befriended the 2 sides together. So that is something that is what we do. What we also do is that there are many members of ours, like CII. They have a lot of programs. FICCI has a lot of programs. There are many other members. What we also do is...
They're all your members. FICCI,
FICCI, and IMA as well. So we also cannot circulate things as these people do, and they cannot think so. But even if they have put a prize on their program, for our members, they say we would not really charge anything. So we kind of give a lot of opportunities to our members to be able to go and attend to a program which is, totally waived from any fees, and we can kind of go learn and move on. So we try to do a lot of networking and provide support in terms of matchmaking, in terms of using the expertise of our members to be able to contribute to public policy issues, having our members travel from Delhi to Rio and speak on a global platform. We have several initiatives, as I said, which are being chaired by some very, very important people. The whole idea is to give members the pride and prestige of being associated with us, and while at the same time seeing to it that they are supported and assisted and guided. And wherever we don't have that expertise, and we try to find it out from outside. For instance, we are now looking at training programs which are going to be provided by Delight. And the training program would be free to our members who are working on their sustainable development, guidelines and principles. So wherever we don't have the expertise, we try to close those doors. Since we have the ability to connect with our parent body in New York, and Delight, for instance, works with the UN Global Compact in New York City, and they have made the commitment during the Rio that they will try to train, say, X number of corporates across Global Compact member companies. So we are kind of getting the support and guidance. In many cases, for instance, UN is now collating good practices on companies which are operating out of difficult areas, for instance. So we kind of loop our members and find out who these members are and give them that chance to write that good practice, and we kind of send it out, and this is published by the event and disseminated globally. So we try to kind of, in a nutshell, we try to partner, we try to network, we try to give a opportunity to our members to be able to say it and take part in public policy issues, and they have a lot of pride and prestige of being associated with an entity which is global and which has...
So UN Global Compact with the largest CSR body?
This is the largest body so far. And I said, the numbers were indication. 130 countries, 9,000 members.
And how many of them are from India?
From India we have 278.
278.
Yeah.
And by 2015, how many do you see?
Oh, there is now a strategic plan being looked at globally, which says that our progress has not been very good, and therefore a new strategy is being looked at and will be rolled out very soon, which says by 2020 we need to have 20,000 companies involved.
And in India?
In India, it would be, we are also discussing how to really move, but there is a strategy of the Global Compact Network which said that by 2015 we should have roughly about 1,000 members.
In India? And that comprises of companies and NGOs and all bodies put together.
Absolutely.
Typically in a given country, what percentage of the members are companies and what percent is NGOs, academia?
Companies, I would probably...
Say in India, what is the
give you an idea of India.
Yeah.
In India, we would have roughly about 80% companies, and the rest 20 would mean NGO, academia, civil society, etc., etc. And the same is the case globally as well. I think this number is very similar in Australia, very similar in China, very similar in very similar in Pakistan. So I think...
and is media signatory to Global Compact?
There is not. Because this is something that I'm saying, which is not the one from the media which has, because they feel, that we would like to remain independent when we join this niche area.
But do they partner with Global Compact because you have targets?
They partner, they come, they sit in our events, they report on it, but we have discussed the issue of they're joining Global Compact. They have not done it as yet, but I think in next 6 months I may come back to you with maybe 1 or 2 names which would be the part of the Global Compact network.
Yeah, because then 2015, 2020 targets, if you have media on your side, then you can push those issues. And how about consultants?
We have consultants. We have quite a few. And I would say that in addition to the companies, which are both private sector and public sector, we have some of the large multinationals also. So companies, I would say large multinationals, PSOs and private companies in India. So these are the three very typical, the reasons that you would find within the Global Compact, membership from company side. Now looking at NGOs, we have again grassroots NGOs, we have national NGOs, and we have international NGOs as well. So NGOs also kind of cover up more or less the total spectrum. We have some SMEs. We have consultants, which are global consultants. They are in consultancy, etc. Who else?
And governments are signatories? There is no signatory?
We are going to have the wing, one of the very important wings of the government joining us soon. So that application is pending. It has been cleared by the board of that entity, and it has gone to the ministry for approval. So I think within a month and a half, I think we should have the first government entity on Global Compact's membership.
India? Very nice. So this can be state governments and central government entities.
This is going to be the central government. This is one of the entities of the central government.
This will be the first in the world?
This should be the first.
Very good.
This should be first. So if I have media, because the numbers always start with 1 and 2.
Yeah.
If I have one media and one entity of the government, then I have broken that chain.
Yeah.
And then I can go with that and, kind of request.
Then others can follow.
To hold the faith in us. And I think we would soon have a media house, fairly prominent. and one entity
from the government
of India to begin with, and then we will, of course, with that, will move on and bring more people. Yeah. So I'm happy to kind of report that things are quite exciting, and we're moving. I won't say that we're moving very fast, but we are moving very steady and very focused, and trying to see that whatever we do has not one-time effect.
Yeah.
But whatever we do today must have some spiraling and have an impact on our and something which is also benefited by us.